Naomi grew up in a neighborhood that thrived on appearances but often ignored the struggles behind closed doors. Her parents worked long hours, juggling multiple jobs, yet even with their efforts, the family lived paycheck to paycheck. Emotional guidance was sparse, love was shown through provision rather than understanding or support. Naomi learned early to hide her feelings, to mask her pain with a smile, and to endure challenges silently. During her teenage years, the pressures of school, social expectations, and an unstable home life began to take a toll. Naomi often felt anxious, overwhelmed, and invisible. In search of relief, she began experimenting with alcohol, seeking the temporary sense of control and euphoria it provided. Soon, alcohol alone wasn't enough, and she found herself drawn to prescription pills and, eventually, harder substances. Each one became a temporary escape from the anxiety and inner turmoil that seemed impossible to overcome. Her grades began to slip, and Naomi withdrew from friends who tried to help. She isolated herself, spending nights alone or in unsafe environments with others who were also struggling with addiction. Shame and guilt became constant companions, whispering that she was failing at life, that she was weak, and that recovery might be impossible. Yet deep inside, a faint flicker of hope persisted, a small voice urging her to survive and reclaim her life. Naomi's turning point came one rainy evening after a near overdose. She woke in a hospital bed, drenched in both physical and emotional pain. Fear gripped her heart as she realized that if she continued down this path, she might not see another day. That fear, sharp and immediate, ignited the first spark of determination she had felt in years. For the first time, Naomi admitted that she needed help, that she could not do this alone. Entering rehabilitation was one of the hardest challenges of her life. Physical withdrawal was agonizing, trembling, nausea, insomnia, and pain in muscles and joints. Emotional withdrawal was even more intense. Feelings of grief, anger, and hopelessness surfaced, often overwhelming her. For the first time, Naomi allowed herself to truly feel, rather than suppress emotions through substances. It was terrifying and exhausting, yet strangely liberating. Therapy became a sanctuary. In one-on-one sessions, Naomi explored the underlying causes of her addiction, childhood neglect, the pressure to perform, and the unresolved trauma of feeling unseen. She learned to identify triggers and unhealthy coping mechanisms, replacing them with healthier habits like mindfulness, meditation, and journaling. Each session provided a deeper understanding of herself and her journey. Support groups became another pillar of strength. Listening to others' stories, sharing her own, and feeling accepted without judgment gave Naomi a sense of community she had never experienced. She realized recovery was not about perfection but persistence, and that setbacks were opportunities for growth, not signs of failure. Naomi developed daily routines to anchor herself. Mornings began with quiet reflection, deep breathing, and journaling. Exercise became a therapeutic outlet, releasing tension and building confidence. Group therapy, creative sessions, and mentorship opportunities provided structure and purpose, helping her regain control over her life. Rebuilding family relationships was a slow and delicate process. Her parents, initially skeptical, began attending counseling sessions with her. They learned how to communicate effectively, provide support without judgment, and celebrate progress rather than focus on mistakes. Over time, trust and connection grew, creating a solid foundation for Naomi's continued growth. Re-entering society sober was challenging. Old friends, familiar hangouts, and the temptations of her past tested her resolve. Naomi practiced assertiveness, set boundaries, and built a supportive social network that reinforced her sobriety. She sought new opportunities for growth and fulfillment, such as volunteering, mentoring, and creative expression through writing and art. Employment became a cornerstone of stability. Naomi secured a position at a community center, helping others facing addiction and trauma. The work was both challenging and rewarding. Every success she witnessed, every life she touched, reinforced her sense of purpose and strengthened her commitment to remain sober. Her own experiences allowed her to empathize deeply and guide others effectively. Throughout her journey, moments of doubt and temptation persisted. There were nights when loneliness, stress, or old memories triggered cravings. Yet Naomi had developed coping strategies, calling a mentor, attending support meetings, engaging in creative or physical activity, and reflecting on her long-term goals. Each challenge she overcame strengthened her resilience and reinforced her belief in her capacity to live a fulfilling life. Naomi's recovery journey expanded into advocacy. She shared her story at schools, youth centers, and community events, emphasizing that addiction is not a moral failing but a health challenge that requires courage, support, and consistent effort. Her authenticity inspired many, providing hope and practical guidance to those navigating similar struggles. As years passed, Naomi flourished. She continued to build strong relationships grounded in trust and mutual respect, pursued further education in counseling and community development, and engaged in activities that nurtured her mind, body, and soul. Creative outlets, mentoring, and public speaking became sources of joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Reflecting on her journey, Naomi often thinks about the girl who felt invisible, overwhelmed, and desperate. She does not dwell on shame but sees the lessons in each struggle. Resilience, empathy, and purpose emerge from hardship when met with courage and persistence. Her life became a testament to transformation, demonstrating that even the darkest struggles can lead to profound growth. Naomi's story shows the remarkable human capacity for resilience. Addiction may disrupt life, relationships, and dreams, but with determination, support, and consistent effort, recovery is possible. Life can be rebuilt, purpose can be found, and a meaningful, fulfilling existence can emerge from despair. Today, Naomi continues to mentor, advocate, and inspire. She emphasizes seeking help as an act of strength, recognizing setbacks as part of growth, and approaching recovery as a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. She reminds those struggling that every day is an opportunity to choose resilience, build strength, and reclaim their life. Her life proves that even the most desperate circumstances can be transformed into hope, purpose, and meaningful action. Naomi's journey stands as a beacon for anyone facing addiction or personal crises. With courage, perseverance, and support, it is possible to rise above adversity, reclaim agency, and build a life of impact, fulfillment, and inspiration.